Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
You a Christian, brother?
No, I'm an Israelite. Um,
Okay.
I seen what the last guy was saying, and
Yeah,
he was
now we're
talking
good,
about that
man.
there
Now
was a
now we're good. So, do you want to
he was
speak?
saying that there was
Do
a
you want to speak
covenant.
about? Do you want to speak about the? You believe in the Gospels at all, or you don't?
Yeah,
You believe in the Gospels. Okay, so you believe there's verses added into the Gospels.
no,
Okay, so are you familiar with the Codex Sinaiticus?
no.
Okay, so Codex Sinaiticus is our earliest complete New Testament manuscript. There's a website you can go to. It's called codexsinaiticus.com. That's Codex Sinai, and then TICUS. Okay, so you have codexsinaiticus.com, and it will show you all these differences. So I'll give you an example. Do you believe that the Gospels, particularly the story of the adulterous woman, do you believe that was an original teaching of Jesus, or do you believe that was added later?
You said the what woman?
The story of the adulterous woman.
Which was
So when
you got
Jesus
her
says,
name? You got the account?
so it's John chapter 8. So Jesus says, "Thou without sin shall cast the first stone." You're not familiar with that saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. So that's in John chapter 8, from verses 1 to 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you believe that's added later?
Added later to what the text?
Of course. Yeah.
No.
Okay. So do you have a second tab on you? Can you go on can you go on a website for me?
Hold on. I got you, but what this has to do with like anything I came up here for?
Because the
Like, I was
prompt,
trying to s-
yeah, because the prompt is about this particular topic.
I I got you, but all right. I got what you're saying. It's just that you said that the second covenant is for the Ishmaelites, and I don't see that nowhere in the Bible. So
Yeah, yeah, we
I was
can.
trying
Yeah,
to
we can
get to
talk
that
about that.
truth.
Yeah, we can talk about that after the prompt because I'm trying to get people up for the prompt, right? The previous guy was
All right, for sure.
the previous guy was a Muslim, so I just answered this question quickly.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, so can you pull up codexsinaiticus.com?
Yeah. Sinaiticus.
So once you go on that website, just click on see the manuscript.
Home about. Oh yeah. I see it.
Okay. And once you do that, just click on. There's gonna be where it says choose a passage, and then you click on Genesis, and you scroll down to John,
Mm.
and go to John chapter 8.
This is written in. This not written in Paleo Hebrew.
Yeah, of course not. This is the New Testament. It's Greek. So what you do is
Yeah.
on the bottom right, it says the English.
Mm.
You see when you go to John chapter 8.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah. So does it start from verse 1 or from verse 12?
It started at verse 12.
Okay. So what we have in our Bibles today, it starts from verse 1. The reason why is recently we found out that the earliest manuscripts don't have the story. Okay. So the Codex Sinaiticus, a 4th century manuscript, like 300 years after the time of Jesus, it doesn't have it. The Codex Vaticanus is another manuscript. It doesn't have it. Codex Alexandrinus doesn't have it. Then you have other
But
fragmentary manuscripts that don't have it either.
mhm.
So you literally have verses added into the biblical text centuries after the time of the authors.
I don't believe that.
It's right in front of your face.
Nah, this is just this not in Paleo Hebrew. Plus,
Why would it be in
when
Hebrew?
it was written,
Was
when
the
it was written
Gospels
in
written in Hebrew or was it written in Greek?
the Old Testament was
No, no,
written
I'm
in
not talking
Paleo
about
Hebrew.
I'm not talking about the Old Testament.
The New Testament was written in Greek.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
are correct. Yes, the New
Okay.
Testament was written in Greek.
So what's
But
the
even
point?
if you was to
What's the point
say
of saying it's not
this
written in
that
Hebrew?
it no, hold on. Let me answer it. If you was to say that this was even added, you would have to show me throughout prophecy or in the scriptures of where that was added.
I just showed you, brother, the manuscripts, the Codex Sinaiticus, Codex Vaticanus, Codex Alexandrinus. You have P75. You have another P, which is another fragmentary manuscript. All
This is talking about, and early up in the morning he came again to the temple.
yeah.
How can you say that this was even added by just going off of that site?
Not just going. Okay, let me repeat myself one more time. This website is the earliest complete New Testament manuscript we have. Okay. Then we have other manuscripts. So this is the earliest complete one. Then you have earlier fragmentary ones. Then we have other ones that are complete that come after the Codex Sinaiticus in the 4th century. They all don't have this story, none of them. Up until the 5th century. In the 5th century, that's when we start seeing the story. So it's not one verse, it's not one word. It's an entire story.
Well, I don't believe that piece of information. I just
It's right
don't.
in front of your
That's not
face.
a
Like
that's
you
not
can
really a valuable. That's
here.
not really a valuable source.
The manuscripts aren't valuable sources.
When did this come out? When did this site come out?
Brother, not just the site, the manuscript. Scholars have dated the manuscript to the 4th century.
Okay, going all the way back to the 4th century. So
Yeah.
you saying that this was all these things was added to the scriptures, and this ain't so the Bible
This
isn't
particular story was added, yes.
all there. The Bible is full of stories.
But this particular story we can see it was added.
I mean, like, I don't. I mean, like, I
Do you
don't know
want me
where
to
you
give
trying
you
to
do
get
you want
with
me to
that.
give you a reference that talks about it in depth? Here, I can get you one.
No. It ain't about none of that. I mean, if you saying that,
So you can
well,
search
this
up
was if you're saying that if it,
textandcanon.org. Here, this is a great source right here. He goes into in depth for you.
I don't believe that was added, bro. That's all.
But
I mean, you can
this
you
scholar
can try
goes
to show
into
me that. I'm
yeah.
not just being like oblivious to the information, but I don't believe that at all. Not one bit.
How are you supposed to believe if you haven't seen the evidence is for and against it? Like first you have to assess it, right? I've shown you the
Well, you're
evidence.
saying
I've
that
shown you the
there's a
evidence
covenant.
for. I've shown you the evidence for it being an
All
addition.
right. Okay. If the text was if there was added text to the scripts, how are you saying that you get a piece of a covenant that comes from the Bible, that comes from the people of the scripts or the manuscripts?
Well, first we're dealing with the New Testament, and then we can speak about the Old Testament. So you see
So
this.
wait, do
You
you
see this
believe in
website
the
right
whole
here. Yeah,
book or do
I'm
you
trying to
not?
equip you. I'm trying to equip you with resources right now. So you see this
I'm cool
website.
on resources. I'm cool on resources.
So are you
I
gonna
don't need
take?
no
So
resources.
are you gonna take it? Are you gonna take the fact that this is an addition?
No.
Okay,
I say February
look at the
2002.
evidence then. Like you're being oblivious to the evidence then. You're being willfully
I'm
deaf.
not. I
You're
just
being
told you I'm not being
willfully
oblivious.
deaf.
I said,
Willfully
yo,
deaf, dumb, and blind.
I just went through it. I just went through it with you. I just went
Okay.
through the whole thing with you.
Okay. So what's your conclusion? If no manuscripts have it until the 5th century, and we have a
I
bunch,
don't, bro. I
yeah.
don't believe that.
Okay, so that's why I'm giving you
You're talking about
sources,
early
bro.
church.
That's
You're
why
talking
I'm
about the
giving you
early church fathers.
resources.
If you go all the way back to the
The
early
early
church
church
fathers,
fathers
if they're
don't
not
cite it.
Israelites or any,
They don't
look,
cite
the
it.
Bible was not tampered with in any type of way.
I just gave you evidence it was. Bro, you're just appealing to brother.
So, all right. So
I've
wait a
read your
minute. So
church
wait,
fathers. Here. Can you name me 5 church fathers? Go ahead.
I can name you the prophets.
But you just cited me church fathers. You don't even know who they are. Theophilus, Clement
I
of Rome,
don't
Clement of Alexandria, Justin
because
Martyr,
I don't.
Irenaeus. You got
No,
Polycarp.
no.
You got who else? You've got ecclesiastical writers like Tertullian and Origen, right? You've got Athanasius, John Chrysostom. You've got Ambrose. You've got all these people. Like I know your church
They don't
fathers, bro, and none of them,
respectfully.
none of them cite this story. So why you BSing me right now?
Respectfully. Can I say something now?
Why you BSing me? No church father
I'm
mentions
not
this.
BSing you. Respectfully, those are not people in the Bible.
You just
Those are
cited
people just
them. You
after the
said the
Bible,
church
and they're
fathers
not
discuss it.
Israelites.
Where do the
But
church
they're not
fathers?
Israelites. So
Where
why
do
would
they
I?
set you, brother? I'm not saying they're Israelites. I'm not saying they're a infallible
Right.
authority for you. You mentioned them as an authority, and now I'm
No,
calling
I
you out on
didn't.
it.
I
Yes, you
never
did.
said that.
You said
I
that they
never
mentioned the
said. I
story.
never said that the early church
You
fathers. I
said they
said
mentioned the story.
no, I didn't, bro.
So
I
what's your
swear on
point with them?
everything I love.
Why did you cite them then?
I don't cite the early church
You just
fathers.
cited them
You
now as
you
supporting
brought
your
me. No,
case.
no, no.
Yes,
Listen,
you did.
listen. Look. Just hear me out. When I first came up here, you was like, "Let me show you this." I never said that I was with the early church fathers or anything like that.
Did you not
I
cite
was
the church
trying to
fathers?
see where did no.
Yes, you did. You
I
mentioned
was
them.
trying to see.
You
I
mentioned
was
them.
trying to see. No, I was trying to see
Yeah.
where was you getting that the new covenant was also given to any other people than the
That's
Israelites?
completely
And you
irrelevant.
said, let's not do that.
That's
I said,
completely
okay, we're
irrelevant.
not gonna do that. I can go through this with you. And
Yeah.
now I went to this with
Because
you.
that's the prompt, bro. The prompt is about
I
that.
don't I don't care about the early church fathers. They're not
You
Israelites.
mentioned them.
They came after when the Israelites had left
You
that
said the
land.
church
And
fathers
then they
wouldn't
had took
agree.
over that land, and then they had
I mean,
wrote a
bro,
whole bunch of different.
you're just panicking. He thought I wouldn't catch him on that. Bro, I've read your church fathers.